LeFlore. I'm here with Anjul Katare. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Jeanine.
Well, we'd love to hear a little bit about your background and about your startup story.
Okay, so my background, I did my bachelor's in computer science from one of the prestigious school in India called IIT. And right after the college, I got an offer for a startup company here and decided to come here in the Silicon Valley back in '96. Well, I was one of the lucky one. The company got bought for 120 million, and that gave me an inspiration that yes, even no matter what age you are in, and you can actually do something basically. So that entrepreneurial thing came in from that point, and it just kept on going basically. And I always had that when I will be able to have my own company basically, and that's what was. Of course, there were a visa issue and all that, and because of that, I had to wait till I get my green card. Once I got that, I started it, and I knew what I'm doing. I knew where I need to go, and I mean, of course, on the way I got my business degree and everything, basically work experience, and it's a feeling of achievement, basically.
Great, and tell us a little bit about your company.
So our company is Central Business Solutions. We have been around for 10 years. We are one of the premier service provider company. We have a couple of products basically, and these products are being used by companies like Yahoo and Accenture and others. So one of the products that I discussed was My Sales Dialer. That's for the sales supply. Apart from that, we have a skill assessment product, which is a little bit different from Brain Bench, that is being used by some of our clients. We also are one of the premier staff augmentation companies. So we do use our product to screen the candidate, make sure that the candidate are really technically savvy before we present to the customers. And
so you've been running business for a while now, sounds like.
Yeah,
what does it take to run a business? What do the entrepreneurs out there need to know on how to be successful in running a business?
Well, first is that you have to be very clear, what you want to do, where you want to focus. Then, of course, you want to be focused on what core you are offering, and you need to outsource all the other things. For example, accounting, find a great CPA. For any immigration or for any legal thing, find a great lawyer. Okay, get a great HR basically who can take care of all the things. Have a good accountant or invoicing person will take care of you. So you basically remain focused on what you are good at and expand on that. That's, I would say, is that's how I have done it, and that's what probably is the best thing.
Startup America has 4 different phases: the idea phase, the startup phase, ramp up phase, and speed up phase. So where would you say your company's at?
Well, overall, if you look at the company, I would say it is between growth and the speed up phase. But then we do have some products, like for example, My Sales Dialer, right? It's a new product that has just come in. Product is ready now. The marketing needs to be figured out, and how it can have a viral effect. So some of the products I would say as the initial phases. Some of the services and product are at the much mature space, because we do offer a lot of things. I mean, not just one particular product or service. So, but yes, overall company, I would say it's between growth and speed up phase.
And so, in summary, to wrap up, what would you give advice to an entrepreneur whose businesses might not be doing so well, and they want to turn their failure into a success story? What advice would you give to them?
Well, the most important thing, they need to look at 2 things, I would say. One is that there is a line in the business, right? There is an operational part, and then there is a execution part. If you're an entrepreneur, make sure you are in the execution. You're not in the operations. So that's very important. You always work above the line instead of below the line. Second thing is, find out what your bottlenecks are. If you are not able to find what your bottlenecks are, you are not doing a right thing. If you're able to find the bottlenecks, figure out how to fix that. For example, if your bottleneck is marketing, and sales, build a channel partnership. Hire some really smart, marketing people. If your bottleneck is operation, if your bottleneck is basically, delivery, fix that. You need to find your bottleneck. That's very important.
Anjul, thank you so much for being here today.